Once you try this recipe, you won't put English muffins on your grocery list anymore. I'm making them with and without raisins in this video, using the recipe below. Let's make the yeast happy with some warm water. I don't mess around waiting to see if the yeast will activate first. If you store it right, it'll be fine. At this point, with the exception of the flour, everything else goes in. Brown sugar, a couple of whole eggs, some vegetable oil, and what seems like a reckless amount of cinnamon, and the salt. Whisk and dump it into the flour, which I have here in the bowl of my stand mixer. This paddle attachment will do the trick because it's a very wet dough. I'm mixing just until combined to start off. Scrape down the sides and then let it rest for 5 minutes. Then 5 more minutes of mixing on slow. If you need some speed, go whip some cream or egg whites. For this dough, we only ever use the slow speed. Since I'm making some with and without raisins, I divided this very wet dough between 2 bowls. Actually, it was so wet I did add a bit more flour. I'm covering this with a damp cloth, and I'll go get a few things done because I have about an hour before the next step. This was a warm day, so it proofed nicely, and it's time to shape the muffins. Using my bowl scraper, I'm gently dropping the blobs into the cornmeal. Don't let it smell fear. Use a light touch to gather up the blob a bit, turning it once to coat it with cornmeal. The coating makes it possible to handle it easily. I'm just eyeballing this with the goal of dividing it equally into 12 portions. I'm going to repeat this with the other batch and end up with 1 dozen of each. Now I need to heat my cast iron pans because these English muffins are ready to get cooked on the stovetop. I'm using the pizza peel method for transferring the blobs to the cooking surface. I find that 5 minutes on each side on low heat gets me to the goal of cooking all the way through and not burning them. Depending on how even the heat is, it will also help to rotate the muffins. This is about the color I'm looking for. The finished product is light and airy, and it springs back to the touch. Some swear by cutting open their muffins, and some by tearing them open. Each group calls the other savage. I believe there is full agreement, however, that the best way to enjoy these is toasted and buttered. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.